So I want to head into the cockpit with Corey here. Let's see
I won't be flying with it anymore, and won't transmit a signal from there. I'm not exactly up for any climbing.
Oh, are we just not...
I won't be flying with...
Oh, okay, never mind. That was a one-shot thing. I guess we can leave now.
Instead of running around aimlessly, I should wait and see what Core's scans come up with.
I thought that's what I just did.
Okay, here's the plan. We look for life, for some water and food, of course. And maybe keep our eyes peeled for any buildings or anything useful. No idea how long I'm gonna have to survive out here.
The Intergalactic Mining Corporation should have already sent out a search party.
Hey, King.
I doubt it. Mark and I are just the advance guard, and it's not unusual for us not to be able to send reports.
Oh.
We don't have a set route either. They'll start looking for us eventually. And by then, I'll probably be talking to a volleyball.
I
Wilson!
do not understand what it has to do with this crash.
Oh,
Never mind. Please scan our surroundings.
Scanning.
should we call him Wilson then? Instead of Corey?
Scan complete. Scan radius of about 400 meters. No signs of relevantly sized life forms. No artificial constructs or buildings.
Relevantly sized? And what size is relevant to you?
Anything bigger than a fully grown male Balinese toucan.
A what?
A male Balinese toucan. Their average size in all dimensions roughly represents that of the average sized, fully grown earthen life form.
The velocity.
You're joking, right?
Statistics are not a joke.
Well, that doesn't help me. Compare the data to something I know. No more than 8 letters.
Equivalent to a medium-sized dog. Equivalent to a chicken 49.9% larger than average. Equivalent to exactly 11 hedgehogs.
To recap, a Balinese toucan is roughly the size of 1.5 chickens. Any more data?
I learned
The
something today.
environment is mostly comprised of stone. Water and simple flora can also be detected behind the landing zone.
No signs of Mark? Damn. My mineral samples can wait. We should look for water and plants.
New data! I am registering a weak but repeating radio signal.
Where is it coming from?
It originates from the planet's surface. The signature is inconclusive.
Could it be coming from the Intergalactic Mining Corporation?
The possibility of that lies at 29%.
Can you locate it?
Never tell me the
I
odds.
can only ascertain a rough direction. To interpolate a position, we would have to get closer.
I guess I don't really have a choice. Let's see what's behind it. Maybe it's a distress signal from Mark.
A few minutes later. The thing that really got me this game with the demo was this hand-drawn artwork.
Incredible. I know why I love my job. Without it, I wouldn't be able to see things like this.
Look at the swampland.
Followed the crash's progression. These must be the plants you were talking about. Well, they're not flowers, Core, let me tell you. More of a smelly swamp.
I do not categorize flora and fauna by their feel-good factor, unless you wish to update my software accordingly. In that case, I would request the following hardware as well. Arms.
Okay, forget it. At least it's not just rocks again. What are those tiny
You need to
legs?
get Corey some
Small
arms.
life forms.
Interesting. A good sign there might be more to this planet. If we flew over this place with the TAC-92 before we crashed, could something have fallen from the ship that's now emitting the signal?
Theoretically, but the ship's inventory was complete, so the signal I am receiving cannot originate from a technical device known to us.
Oh.
Can't get any closer. We need to get down there.
See that swirling cloud
You
up
could
there.
slide and climb down those rocks there, but they are quite steep and porous, so you could not get back up again.
So a one-way ticket then.
My recommendation, remaining within the TAC-92. The ship's hull offers protection and Mark could return. Then you would no longer be on your own. It would be easier for you to find water together, as well as finding a way which allows for a return to the ship.
But then we still won't be able to send the emergency signal. We should find out what that signal is that you're receiving.
Agreed.
Yeah, the maelstrom right there, yeah. Let's look at this first.
Terrifying, but still so beautiful. I wouldn't want to get caught in it, though.
My calculations show that it is probably moving away from us.
Well, that's good.
Core, locate the signal and calculate the distance.
Scan initiated. Signal detected. Calculating.
I like the little hourglass hologram.
Calculated distance, 9.4 kilometers. Possible deviation up to 21%.
So, about 10 kilometers, or about walking distance of 2 hours. In the summer, with shorts, with an ice cream. On a foreign planet with unknown dangers and terrain, wearing a spacesuit, though, might take a little bit longer.
Including these factors, I calculate a walking time between 9 and 11 hours with a high probability of death.
Neat.
As long as we find something capable of sending a distress signal at the end, I even prefer some interesting trail over a yellow brick road. What is that? Core, do you see that? Record.
Confirm. A pulsating light. Recording started.
What was it?
I could not detect any pattern and no repetition. It seemed to be completely random.
And it came from the same direction as the signal. Okay, I've got to go there. Core, will the sun be setting anytime soon?
In about 3 Earth hours. Compared to the Earth, days are slightly shorter here. However, so are the nights.
I see. We'll spend the night on the ship and set out tomorrow.
Information. There are about 3 to 4 days worth of sustenance readily available here for you, if you would like to wait for Mark.
I don't know if Mark is lying around somewhere all messed up, or if he's looking for help, or if he's the one sending out that signal. Even if I ration my supplies, they'll be gone at some point. And if there's still no sign of Mark by then, I'm going to have to leave here. Then I'd have to brave the dangers of an unknown planet with hardly any supplies left. No. I think it's best I leave when I feel like it, and not wait until I can't put it off any longer.
Sounds like a Don't
We're
Starve
leaving
stream.
tomorrow morning.
Confirmed.
Alright. New journal entries. I don't think anything else is good. Yeah, I think Mark's is just... To the wreck. Well, wait a minute. Do I want to see if there was anything else that we could see? Ew.
Crazy. A moldy swamp with spooky lights. Normally that would be something I should find scary or unpleasant, but right now I just feel happy. Plants mean life, water, and food. I shouldn't just drink the water or pick a fruit on the off chance it might be okay, though. And Core, please let me know if there's any dangerous creature approaching from behind a bush.
I shall scan the number of teeth to assess the creature's danger level before it pounces on you.
Aw.
That's very kind of you.
Well, they are working for a mining company, and mining companies traditionally in sci-fi are not the most trustworthy of entities.
That light flashed somewhere over there. Might be some native civilization. We might find intelligent life. How exciting!
You cannot tell what it is yet. It is too far away, and the path leading you there might be dangerous. Yet my sensors read that your heart rate is increasing from excitement.
Stuff like this is why I'm here, Core. Discovering things, even if it is just natural resources. I just wish I could have explored without an emergency.
Okay. So where are we crashing out here? I assume
I should
here.
rest up before I go looking for the signal's origin tomorrow. I can feel the exhaustion in my bones.
Go to sleep.
Okay. I think we're well prepared. There's a signal, so there has to be someone here. People or creatures? There was a light. Or was it just lightning or something natural?
There was a directional light that lasted 4.4 seconds. A bright light. I would calculate that the chances of it not being artificial lie at 9.14%.
Pretty slim odds then. What do you mean by directional?
There was a precise vector, but it changed as it shone.
Could it be a reflection of the sun?
The amount of blue light is too high. The sun as a source can be ruled out.
So it's of a technical origin. Might have been Mark, or maybe he saw it too, which means he'd probably be on his way there right now. I suppose.
It's the giant land
If he was
anglerfish.
ejected from the TAC 92, then he would probably be able to see the smoke and come here. However, if that is the case, he would now be dead at a possibility of 94.1%.
Where would I be without your optimism? So, you think I should stay here?
This place offers shelter, and you can gather resources from the wreckage. It is also the first place any rescue teams would check while searching for you. Leaving this place would be illogical.
But what is logical is that I would starve here and that I'd never find out what happened to Mark. Maybe he needs help, and without him I can't send out an emergency signal. I'd just be wasting my precious time.
As a weak biological life form, you will naturally lose energy and gradually be able to move shorter and shorter distances, which greatly lowers your chances at survival.
You're a real ray of sunshine, Core.
Furthermore, the light signal might vanish and then you would no longer be able to make out its origin.
All the more reason not to stay here, Core. Then I can only hope Mark is still alive and won't leave me hanging.
I like the music too.
I'd rather risk it and take my fate into my own hands.
Understandable, considering you are an organic life form. However, in the event of an accident, you would be entirely helpless.
You almost sound like Tony, that old worrywart.
Tony?
Anthony, my husband, Anthony Carter.
According to my database, you are unmarried.
Your database only knows about that Melissa Luna on the ID card.
Database update. Tessa Carter is married to Anthony Carter.
Yes, he also works for the Intergalactic Mining Corporation as a biochemist. I can see him right now, drinking hot chocolate together with our son, Finn. Just a few weeks' journey away from here. Please add to your database that Finn is 4 years old. Wait, 5? No, 4. Finn is 4 years old. Anyway, if I want to see them again, I have to survive.
Database updated.
Excellent. I have to take a break. I can't keep my eyes open. You keep watch while I sleep, and wake me if anything happens.
Confirmed.
The plot twist here, I feel, is going to be heartbreaking.
You wanted to tell me something?
Yes, Mr. Bishop, you offered me a promotion.
Hey, that's amazing! Congratulations, you really deserve it.
Thank you, Tony.
You hesitate. Despite the improvement, you're worried you won't have any thrills in the new job, right?
Went to Tahiti.
I understand. You went through a lot after the accident.
Yes. I'm lucky to have survived that day.
You must have been very afraid all alone on a foreign planet.
Well, yes. But I also felt excited. Free. It was a strange mix of emotions and... Wait. What about Mark? Have you found him?
Yes, we found him. He is alive and well.
Oh.
Oh, what luck.
He's alive
So-
and well.
That night, I dreamed about the day I was at the beach with Tony, where I told him about being promoted. I don't know what I meant by that.
Let's stick to what you experienced. Please continue telling me what you remember. What happened the following day when you left?
I'm sure everything was fine. Day 2. Survive.
Good morning, Tessa.
Good morning, Core. How was the night?
No unusual incidents. My scanners detected that you had an uneasy sleep.
Slightly creepy, but correct. It's not great sleeping in a spacesuit. As if crashing wasn't bad enough for my poor bones. We should get going to find out more about the signal and the light. Then we'll see if there's a chance to escape. Or if I'll be turning into a fossil here.
Would you like me to read you some motivational quotes from my database?
Oh, yes.
Even the longest journey begins...
For heaven's sake, don't. I've already got a headache.
Boo.
Maybe we can find something interesting out there. That makes me feel better.
They said that some of these scans can change, so...
No changes in landscape or obvious signs of life detected.
Okay. That storm is still there.
The distance to the rock's bottom is 24.2 meters. Average incline of 4.2%. That should not be a problem for people with average climbing skills.
Thanks for showing so much confidence in my climbing skills.
A scan of the swamp beyond this point did not yield sufficient results. Weak signals of small life forms can be made out.
And bioluminescent as well. Alrighty, here we go.
Core, has the signal changed at all?
Negative. It is unchanged and still active at the same strength and same relative distance.
I can't see the light anymore. Oh well. Whatever it is, the signal might be useful. Maybe I can repurpose it. Can you fly ahead and scan the ground to tell me where I can walk?
Confirmed.
So far, so good.
My cabbages!
Quite easy.
Thanks. That wasn't my first climbing session. But as I thought, I won't be able to get back to the ship's wreckage.
It would be logical to not waste time and instead look ahead, as long as the signal is active.
Somehow I've got the feeling we're going to ask ourselves where ahead even is. I hope ahead doesn't mean through the undergrowth and straight into some animal's mouth.
My sensors would register any animal with Tessa-sized mouths.
How reassuring.
Kowalski, analysis. I see the giant fireflies, and whatever was bubbling over
This is
here.
a dense network of individual plant fibers that extend underground for many kilometers. They are all part of the same species and leave no room for others. The signal is coming from this direction.
There's a path, there's insects.
There's a swarm of insects here. They look like oversized mosquitoes, sucking on the plant and glowing. So they're the ones causing these strange lights in the swamp. Seems to be some form of bioluminescence.
These are the small life forms that I registered.
They're as big as rats.
So they said it's this way, so of course I'm going to go over here where I'm not supposed to. That is a big bubble.
The signal is coming from this direction.
A large bubble that formed on the swamp water. A bit disgusting, really. A swarm of insects happily feasting on a plant. They look like blown-up mosquitoes and are glowing green and yellow. I think they're ignoring me. can't reach it.
Oh. Well, you can crouch down. Please don't let this kill me. Oh god.
So they didn't like the smoke either. Now they're over there, eating and glowing.
Okay, interesting. So there's some sort of form or function to them. Let's try over here. Pretty. Wait. We may have to wrangle those guys.
The plant is in bloom, and it's made these fibers soaked with an oily liquid. The signal is coming from this direction.
These remind me more of corals than of plants. They're even moving slightly, but apart from that, they seem uninteresting.
Corals on Earth are more akin to animals than to plants.
Tony would have been delighted to try and find out what exactly these things are. A swarm of insects happily feasting.
Okay. Plant and the flower and the water.
Incredible how dirty, brackish, green, lentic, stinking water can give life to all sorts of creatures. But we humans are disgusted by it.
This disgust prevents you from drinking it and transporting all kinds of bacteria and parasites into your organism. Tessa.
Thanks for the reminder. Wow, this plant is in bloom. Finally, a little bit of color on this hunk of rock.
It's gonna kill
The
us.
smell isn't exactly what I would call infatuating or appealing.
Neither would I. Then again, I have no smell receptors. In any case, this smell is not meant to attract us. We are strangers to this world.
Thanks for reminding me, Core. I almost forgot. But from a scientific standpoint, I am interested why this one is in bloom while the others are not. Not that the answer would help me out.
Every time I think of like flowers, I think of that episode of I think there was also Star Trek TNG, and there was also an episode of the original series where flowers were deadly.
An impressive flower. Long, strange fibers are hanging out of it. They're oily and sticky. Maybe to catch pollinators like the spider's web.
I will be careful.
Great point and click game. Okay, fibers, fibers, fibers. What do we have for the fiber?
I'll cut them off as far up as possible. But
Oh.
I'll leave most of them. I'm sure the plant needs them to survive.
Okay.
They're too tough to pull out together, and pulling them out individually would take ages.
So...
Long, thin, slightly oily fibers.
You won't reach these insects, Tessa. They don't respond to me. Maybe they see me as one of their own.
You upgraded your computer midway through? Maybe that's something you should play on your channel, Kath. That could be fun. Alright, let's see what happens if I go ahead and use these tendrils. Oh, the bubble came back. I'm still expecting... Looking, found something you thought I would say.
Now they're over there, eating and glowing.
Oh?
Getting uneasy, but are staying put. Maybe the smell is agitating them. They're getting uneasy, but
Okay. I have no idea what to do. I guess we just need to keep on going. Let's go down the middle.
The signal is coming from this direction.
And just taking us back the other direction, right? Oh no. Okay, other parts. So this is just a big old maze. Insects. We'll just do this one at a time. We'll just go. The common denominator.
It's coming from this direction.
The common denominator are the bugs. Oh. Oh.
Unlike the others, these insects are glowing red.
Which means they're bad guys.
It's protruding from this red water here. The insect is also glowing red. The water in this pond is very shallow and has a different color. It's red-brown instead of yellow-green.
Boss bugs.
I can see something beneath it. Oh, and it reeks.
Let's go.
That's a dead animal. Or, well, what remains of it. Looks like it's been dead for a few days. It's got feathers. Is that
A toucan.
What? No, that's impossible. It has to be some other animal that just looks very similar.
Oh, that's not good.
I don't know how it died, but it lost a lot of blood afterwards, which then ran down into the water.
And the bugs are absorbing it. Curiouser and curiouser. Alright. Let's actually go toward the signal. I want to just go the direction that the game's telling me to go until I hit a roadblock. Interesting. That kind of disoriented me a little bit.
The signal is coming from this direction.
This just keeps getting better. Wouldn't it be nice if life was easy?
Intergalactic Mining Corporation. No progress without obstacles.
Yeah, I know the propaganda.
Do you know the slogan's origin?
I may have mild amnesia, Core, but I know that I always deliberately disregarded that information.
The IMC's legendary founder, Walter Knight, derived his worldview and ethics from the video games he so thoroughly enjoyed playing. If there are no obstacles or problems in your way, then you're going in the wrong direction, is what he always said. You should be on the lookout for obstacles. Hence, no progress without obstacles.
I thought some overpriced advertising company had come up with that slogan, but it's even worse. He came up with it while wasting his time on video games.
Ooh.
Well, I guess he wanted to appear more down-to-earth, our Mr. Knight. And that's how people actually see him. Because they bombarded us with the slogan in every commercial.
My market research data shows a correlation between the slogan's frequent repetition and the IMC's customer ratings.
How nice for the IMC. Okay, obstacles. So that means we should be heading towards those mountains over there. They count as an obstacle, right?
Correct. The signal is still about 4.1 kilometers away.
Yeah, but I want to check out the rest of the
Get down
swamp,
there.
though.
Unfortunately, I have no data on how to overcome real-world obstacles.
Looks like
The
something's...
signal is coming from this direction and is about 4.1 kilometers away. There is a 29-meter descent here with nowhere for us to climb down.
Yeah.
The only way up appears to be this plant that has broken through the cliff over there.
Can you follow it?
The plants are too thick and their materials are too similar. My sensors cannot distinguish between the data.
Ooh.
I once spent a week on a planet with a similar view. Back then, I planned every expedition in a way that I could enjoy that view as much as possible. Now, I'd almost be happy to see the boring interior of a functioning spaceship instead, and without any surprises. But only almost. A huge plant that broke through from above and grew into the lake.
There are insects sucking on it, glowing.
If it's growing upwards, it has to be somewhere on this plateau.
That is to be assumed. There are many here, but it is not clear which one it is.
A huge crack in the rock wall. Looks like the plant broke through from above. If we find that rift, we might be able to climb down on the plant.
Or we find the plant itself.
I'm sure I've already been close to this ledge. It's part of this plateau I'm on after all. But even if I was right above it, it's still too much of a descent. The signal came from this direction. The source must be somewhere on the lower plane behind these mountains.
Okay. So now we check out the rest of the swamp.
A plant growing beyond the crater's edge. It's gonna be like a bridge soon, but it's too slippery to walk on even though it's got small indentations.
A visual analysis shows that your bridge comparison is mainly unjustified. I would register it thus: mossy, slippery, unclimbable, leafy plant, and likes it moist and shady. Fertilize once a month.
A small crater filled with blue-tinged, slightly strange-looking water. Is there something glinting at the bottom of the crater?
Ooh.
Confirmed. There is an object consisting of various metals and salts in the middle of the crater that is shimmering blue.
Okay.
The indentations are pretty soft, and I don't have to make them any larger. That would just cause liquid to come out, making the plant more slippery. I can't put it in the indentations, it's too wide.
Metal bolts. Are we actually trying to climb on the thing?
I can push them in a bit, but they're still wiggling.
Hammer. Yes.
Right. Now they're pretty stable.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Careful.
Do you think this is a good idea? Does taking this risk bring you closer to your goal?
Chill out, Core. Unusual situations require unusual measures. And what I'm gonna find in this crater is going to be quite unusual.
According to my calculations, the outcome of climbing one of these plants is lethal in 9.4% of all cases. Statistics are no joke.
I hurled my butt through space inside of a hunk of metal with controlled ionic detonations. You really think I'm scared of a bit of free climbing? This plant is sturdy, and all that's beneath it is a puddle. And I have to climb it anyways to find a way out of the swamp, because otherwise we'd die. Sometimes you have to live dangerously, Core, or you might never live at all. Don't you have a curiosity algorithm? Or some humor routines? If we're really going to starve, dry up, or get eaten by aliens, I want to at least be able to laugh.
I like Corey how he is.
Want me to be funny?
Yes, exactly. Well, we'll practice. Okay then. Say something funny.
Calculating.
I'm waiting.
Joke confirmed. What did the sun say to the earth?
No, I don't want you to tell me a joke. Make fun of our situation. About the swamp, our location, about me, about yourself. Anything. I mean, you can tell me about dangers if you want, but just do it more interestingly.
Continue the
More
joke.
excitingly. Maybe even sarcastically.
I understand. So, should you fall from the plant, please scream as loudly as possible so Mark Bennett can find us. Because I can't catch you or perform first aid.
Good attempt at sarcasm, Core. Could have been worse.
Oh, we've turned him purple. Okay.
A massive hunk of metal. I can't pierce that. I have to catch it somehow.
Threads!
I can't attach them here. It's too sharp.
Okay.
Yes! Oily fibers on a stick.
Lever with fibers.
The fibers are sticking to the end of the heavy lever around the hilt.
Oh, I guess we needed that somehow. Oh, a hook, of course.
I won't be able to do anything with this.
Hey. Sorry, I'm trying to combine things. And I don't think...
A small crater filled with... I can see the shim...
I don't think we can do this right now. But we did make progress to get whatever this thing is. So we'll have to remember so we can go back to it. Oh, parched plant. What?
This plant seems to be dead and dried up, even though there's water in this crater. Looks like all the other plants had the same fate. And there aren't any insects here either.
My sensors indicate that the roots of these plants have been damaged and the capillary vessels have been blocked by salt residue. The plant died of thirst.
Doesn't look like there's anything we can do with it.
Completely dried up.
They will not help us.
Alright, nothing this way. Did not go this way, though. I'm still weirded out by that dead toucan.
Incredible how dirty, brackish, green, lentic, stinking, but we humans are...
This disgust prevents...
Thanks for the...
Same type of plant.
These remind me more of...
Yeah.
corals on Earth.
Tony would have been...
Okay, this is basically just let you know, hey, you're going the wrong way. And then there's the blood. What can we do with the cadaver?
There is no way, and I mean no way, that I'm going to touch that thing, poke around in it, or take any part of it with me.
As an explorer, you should be more professional.
Right?
Look, there's a really thin bone over there.
I am an explorer, not a pathologist. Ugh. What about the bone?
You could use it as a lockpick.
Who programmed you to have such crude ideas? That's just absurd.
Poke at it.
There is no way, and I mean... There is no way, and I mean no... There is no way, and I...
Use everything. Alright, fine, fine, fine. That's going to be used for something, though. And there's multiple paths here.
There was nothing special on this side of the swamp. It all looked the same. And the path seems to be just back here. But we also need some kind of reference point that we can follow. The signal will only take us to the edge.
That's what we use the bugs for. Does that lead back?
There was nothing special on... But we also need...
Okay. But what about here?
There was nothing special on...
Oh.
But we also need some kind of...
Okay. And that just led us back over on this side.
A swarm of insects happily feasting on a plant.
You won't reach these insects, Tessa.
So there's something that we have to do to get whatever it is out of that crater. Maybe we need to go back to that plant again.
They're oily and...
I will be careful.
So I don't need these anymore. Yeah. Okay, we've got the rancid water, we've got the coral plant. Now that the fibers were interacting with them somehow, let's do this. Let's go ahead and try the spear on the bubble again.
Oh, so they didn't like this. A few of them got scared, but they just sat down again. A swarm of insects. I'll be careful. Don't want to burn them. And who knows, they might be vengeful creatures. That was a bit much. They flew away.
Okay. So are they going to be back? Yep. Okay, so blowtorch isn't going to work.
The fibers are sticking to the end of the heavy lever, around the hilt. Yes, that worked.
Ah,
Now all we need is a dark cave full of pressure plates that make arrows shoot out of the wall.
What a strange thing to wish for.
we have a torch.
This stuff smells and smokes a lot. I'll light it when I need it.
Okay. Let's try this now. We haven't run into any of, darkness yet. Like, true darkness.
Oh, so they didn't like the smoke either.
Okay. Torch. Citronella. Ah.
Yes, I can shoo them away with that. Next time, however, a little more purposefully.
Okay. So...
They are too far away. A swarm of insects
So let's try it on some of the others.
Okay, this time more deliberate. But in which direction?
Head right, maybe? Oh, because they'll head that way. Okay, I gotcha. Okay, I want to see if it works on those ones. Let's see. So strange. Are we trying to get some of them into the flower, maybe? Are they here? No.
You won't reach these insects. Test.
Okay, I don't think we even need to be over there anymore.
No, I can't get back up.
Well, I need to...
There has to be something in this labyrinth of plants that can help me out.
Well, the torch is
A swarm of...
definitely the key. Let's go ahead and check the... yeah. Let's see what this does. I'm curious. And you're green.
There is no way.
Just want to see what happens if we get them to a certain point. Like where they go exactly.
There was nothing special on this side of the swamp at all, but we also need some kind of reference point that we can...
Okay. There's the path there, yeah.
There has to be something in this labyrinth.
All roads lead to the bugs.
Wonder if burning them would do anything.
What purpose would that have? They might not burn at all. That would be a waste. If they do burn, however, you might be faced with a bigger problem, even if we disregard the potentially toxic fumes.
It was just an idea. I think I was a bit of a pyromaniac as a kid. I'll extinguish it again, and then remove the fibers. Any further, and they'll disappear inside the plant.
What? Oh, I put them... How strange. We can actually disassemble them.
Care.
Oh, there's mesh.
The roots here have grown to become a net-like mesh.
Okay, is there something... Is there a... I did not notice that before. I was wondering if that was something we could actually grab. Can we grab the mesh, please?
I can't tear it away. The plant is too sturdy.
Okay. Cut it. Okay. Now this
A net-like mesh made of roots.
may have potential. So what I'm thinking
There has to be something
is if we go down here, we can actually grab
Careful.
what is down here, and that might be just what we need. Because the thing with the bugs, I think that's only like one part of the puzzle. We need something else to take it over the edge.
That could work. But it's too short. Core, couldn't you try?
I am a levitating, high-tech sphere, capable of solving the most complicated calculations in fractions of a second, and you want me to act like a common cargo robot?
Yes.
You could have just said no.
Limbs are overrated.
But you wanted arms! You said that you wanted arms.
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, and I will have my vengeance. But apart from vengeance, this won't help me. I can't attach it to the pole.
I had the net and spear. A hook?
That might be useful.
Aha! Now try
Let's
this.
see. All I have to do is not drop it. Got it. And now... Very heavy. But there it is.
What is it? This is important. A meteorite? What?
The blue shimmering meteorite from the crater. It's probably what caused the water to be blue.
Highly likely. It is full of blue salt crystals that slowly dissolved in the water.
So what do we do with that?
I hope all the trouble I went through with the meteorite was worth it.
Yeah, I hope so too. Has to be useful in some form or fashion, right? Let's see. Do you guys have a thought about this? No. The bugs do not care. But I am curious, though. If we put the meteorite in the cadaver...
There is no way. And
Oh.
I mean,
in the water,
I'll just put it into the shallow water.
I want to see what happens. For science.
It's actually coloring the water. Together with the blood, it turns it purple. Let's just hope it isn't a megalomaniac meteorite out to take over the world.
You say you don't like video games. But you made a great Day of the Tentacle reference.
Looks like they didn't like that. But, more importantly, they went purple for a second before they fled. I think the meteorite won't be any use here. I'll take it back with me.
Alright. So... we need to find some place that has, like, a water source other than where we were. That's where we were. Oh, actually, I was kind of curious that with the water no longer blue, or no longer...
A small crater filled with blue-tinged, slightly strange-looking water. This is where the meteorite was, and it's probably what caused the coloration.
I thought it would have changed. Like, we've got a source of water right here.
How deep is the water core?
More than 1 meter here.
Whatever I throw in here, I won't be able to get it back. Whatever I throw in here...
Okay. So no water there. Maybe over there with the bubble?
I can't reach it.
That's gonna just lead me back.
There was nothing special, but we
Yeah.
also... Damn it, I keep coming out at the same places. I think I've seen everything there is to see in this area.
Confirmed. We must concentrate on what we have at hand.
Okay, here's some water.
How deep is the water core?
More than 1 meter here.
Whatever I throw in here...
Oh, wait. Still nothing there. And this is kind of the drop-off point where they say that there's really nothing over here. We still got the blue water, though.
I put the meteorite into the water earlier. It's glowing purple now. And the insects aren't sitting on the plant anymore.
So, by that rationale, can we force them to go there with the smoke? Oop, and they just said,
There was nothing special, but we also need some... There was nothing special, but we also...
Alright. Well, we just gotta try and figure this out. We did make a little bit of progress, but there's something that we're missing. And we just have to try and figure out what's what.